News and day.
This is my state, this is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes, we ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gon' make it, but at the end of the day, this'll be the Panthers nation. You know, this ain't a game to us major players at every angle that you can think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to tell them what we gon' do, we gotta
Yo, Dave, what's poppin', bro? It's a little light in the chat, man. It's a little light in the chat today. What's going on, man? Y'all, it's the off season, so they chilling.
They are celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. Day today.
Okay, I see it. So I was gonna say it's a little light in the chat. I'm used to my chat cat showing up, and it be deep in here, but it's a little light, man. I need y'all to show up, man. What's going on, man?
Look, man. Even during the shutdown, the federal holiday still stands.
I guess, man. Shout out to MLK Day today. Happy MLK. If you enjoyed your day off, shout out to you. If you had to work, be glad you have a job. And shout out to, well, unfortunately, it's some government people that's off. Prayers up for everybody that's affected by the shutdown, because that's real. I used to be a government contractor, and I went through that. So I a little bit, not to this extent. So it's, prayers up for everybody that's affected by the shutdown. Hopefully they get that jump figured out. Not going to turn this to a political podcast. We could, but I ain't going to do that. But Dave, how was your weekend, bro?
It was good, man. I had a 4-day weekend. Typically I do work for the federal government. Fortunately enough, I'm not impacted by the shutdown. And typically on holidays, I take the Friday before. When there's a Monday holiday, I take the Friday before and just extend. So it's a good weekend, man.
Yeah, my weekend.
A lot of Smash Brothers played this weekend.
Yeah, my weekend actually sucked pretty bad. I was on call this weekend. Y'all know how that was, man. Listen, my Friday night gone, man. I got a call at like 12 o'clock at night. Stayed up all the way to about 9 o'clock. Had to work through an issue. And then, Saturday night, we thought we had the issue fixed from the previous night. Got a call. No, I'm sorry. The first call was at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had to work all the way through 9. The second call was at 12 o'clock. We got it fixed by like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I had to work through. But it's all good. I get the craziest, weirdest calls when I'm on call, but it's all good. I'm just happy to have a job, to be honest with you. But
That's
yeah,
why
man.
They pay you the big bucks, sir.
Yeah, so I pretty much took today off. I didn't have today off, but I worked for like a couple hours in the morning, and cause I'm on salary, so I get to flex my hours if I go over on the weekend, and I'm taking Friday off. So it's a decent trade off. I only work 40 hours, so I'm cool on that. I got a hard stop at 40 hours, so I'm good with that. Straight up, I don't play either. Not a minute over.
Is it like you guys still get paid for like extra hours you work over 40?
No. So it goes to a bank. You can flex it out. So you can you get time, and you can it's during the week. So during the week, if you work over, you have to go to 50 hours to get that time. But if you work during the weekend or off at night or at night, you get straight time. So you get to flex that time out. So it's not bad. It's cool. I rarely go over 40 during the week, because like I said, I cut my junk. Cut it off, bro. I'm done. Don't go over it. Don't even ask me to, because I ain't doing it. But Dave, man, all right, good. So I'm happy somebody had a good weekend. This coming up weekend gonna be dope. Let me go ahead and get it out the way. I'm going to see Marvel live. With my youngest daughter loves Marvel, so it's her birthday on Wednesday. So we're gonna take her to see Marvel live and have her birthday party on Saturday. So that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully next weekend is much better than this past weekend. Let's do that. All right.
All right, let's roll with that, man.
So Dave, you ready to how about before we jump into our news? How about the games this weekend though, man?
Dog.
Crazy.
They were good though.
They were great. Both of them were great. They were great games.
They were good. Like, we haven't had a good weekend in 2 weeks. Like, these playoff, like, nobody really wants to talk about it. But, like, as a whole, these playoff games as a whole was kind of trash. There were a lot of blowouts. So there weren't too many close games in the playoffs. So it was good to finally see, like, a day of, like, really good games. And that's what we saw on Sunday.
Yeah, I just try to put myself in the Saints fan shoes. Listen, as much as happy as I am to not see them in the Super Bowl, fam, they got completely robbed. B, I would be so like, dude, I would have canceled the podcast. I swear, I would have canceled the podcast if that happened to us, man. There's no way you blow that PI, man. That you cannot blow that call. It's too critical. Granted, they did have opportunities after that. They had opportunities after that to go ahead. They got the ball first, so they could have scored. But breezed through the pick. But you cannot blow that call, man. You cannot blow that call. It's too. And then in the other game, my man D Ford lines up off. How you line up in a neutral zone? That game would have been over. Brady threw a pick. The game would have been over had this dude been lined up properly. Son, I'd be so pissed. These games were ended in crucial ways, yo. I would be so hot.
Shout out to Deuce, man. I feel bad. I feel for him. I feel for Deuce. Even though he was trying to continue on to talk about the offseason right off the gate, and some folks did not want him to do it. I replied on Twitter and said, look, man, real talk, y'all got robbed. Something vicious. Now, that...
yeah, shout out to Deuce.
They admitted that they screwed up afterwards, too. Like immediately. They were like, yeah, we kind of bulked that one. What did I tell you guys yesterday? I said it on Facebook last night. I said, look, they're going to start reviewing PI calls now.
Yep, you did say that.
An article came out this morning.
You did say that.
NFL is going to start reviewing
You PI definitely calls. Said that. I was like, reviewing PIs, all right. Yeah. And then today comes out, they're definitely going to review PI. This is too much, man. This is too much. We cannot be reviewing everything.
You cannot miss calls.
You can't miss that call, B.
This is like the biggest fear, right? Like, you always talk about how, okay, we don't want the refs to control the pace of the game. We don't want the refs to cause an issue. The refs made a huge mistake, and it pretty much put another team in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you can't miss that. You cannot miss that call, man. I don't care. And listen, I'm nervous because PI literally happens every play. Like, literally, you can call a pass interference. They hand fight. You're gonna start having so many calls. Like, PI happens all the time, literally. But that was blatant.
You create a limit, right?
Yeah.
You create a limit.
Exactly.
Like, just like you do with challenges.
The last 2 minutes or something like that. Like, only crucial moments. You cannot review every pass interference call.
No, you can't. You can't. I get that. You put like maybe you have a separate one, or you put it under the challenges moniker. Give them an additional challenge that they already have. And you say, all right.
I agree there.
You do PI count. You do one for PIs as well. And yes, it is a judgment call when it comes to PI. But there's levels of blatant.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was egregious. Like, any synonym for bad, like, I don't know too many big words for bad, but it was all of that. It was all of that bad. It was terrible. Dave, you froze up a little bit. Hopefully you come back.
Oh, do you miss
there
that?
You go. Okay, you back. But yeah.
How do you miss that?
You can't miss that. You can't miss that call. That's terrible.
And that was the only time the Rams led.
Facts.
They led when they won the game.
That's sad. I couldn't imagine being a Saints fan right now, especially the way they lost last year, and then the way they lose this year.
Huh?
I couldn't imagine being a Saints fan right now.
No, that's a rough loss.
All right, That we got Rams, we got Patriots. Is Brady gonna get a 6? What early prediction? Who you got, man?
Oh, God, man. I think the Patriots will probably end up getting. I think Brady's going to get a 6. But it all depends on the health of Gurley.
Well, I think Gurley's healthy though.
Is he?
Yeah, he's healthy. I think McVay talked about how it was game flow with that gave C.J. Anderson all the carries. It was game flow that they were. It wasn't. Gurley's fine. Gurley's fine. I don't think he's 100%, but he's fine enough to play in a game. And I think McVay said it. He was like, yeah, it's just game. It was game flow that allowed. Because I think C.J. had 16 carries for 44 yards. He wasn't doing much, but it was just game flow, I guess. That's what McVay said. Maybe he's trying to be political about it, but go ahead.
Goff's going to have the game of his life to win that game against the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yo, Bill, man, they are so fam. They had the Chiefs shut out in the first half. B.
I know.
Shut out. That is crazy. As good as that offense was, or it was all year, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. In Kansas City. Son, that's GOAT level stuff, man.
This is Bill Belichick, yo.
Fam, he's the GOAT. Really, you think about it. I mean, it's crazy.
I'm with you, man. I don't think I want C.J. Anderson getting the ring after this year.
Man, I don't care what he get. He wouldn't have changed our season, not one bit. C.J. Anderson would not have changed our season at all. So he can go do what he got to do. He's doing well, no doubt about it. He's doing happy for him, but he would not have changed our season. So it is what it is. Our offense was fine. Our offense wasn't a problem. We had a quarterback that could throw past 10 yards. The season would have been different. It's just C.J. Anderson is not. He would have not changed our season, not one bit. That is what it is, man.
So now, with regards to the favorites right now, for the Super Bowl, the Rams opened up as 1-point favorites, and immediately everybody went to the Patriots. Now the Patriots are up to, in some places, 2.5-point favorites. Most places 1.5-point favorites. So right now the Patriots are the favorites because everybody's still betting the Patriots. Right
I'm rolling with the Pats, man. I'm rolling with the Pats. Their coaching is too good. Thomas.
Can you believe that the Patriots were underdogs against the Chiefs?
I mean, I get it. I get it, but it's the GOAT, man.
I should have put more money, man.
It's the GOAT.
I put money on it, but I should have put more. I should have laid a little bit more aggressively.
Oh, and quick note, man. Everybody's talking about defense wins championships. Hey, ain't no top defense in the Super Bowl this year. The Rams defense is trash. Like they are not. They got names. They got names, but they are not good. So there's no top defenses in the Super Bowl this year. Weird trend, but it is what it is. You got 2 top 5 offenses and trash defenses. So I don't know, man. You
this
tell
is
me.
Rare, though. We don't get.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying. Listen,
didn't really have defense like that.
I know. No, the Saints defense is good. The Saints defense is good, but I'm just pointing out the facts. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just pointing out the facts. Ain't no good defenses in the Super Bowl this year. That's all I'm saying. You got two top 5 offenses.
You know what that means?
What does that mean, Dave?
That means the final score is gonna be like 2017 or something like that.
Hey, I just want to.
The over/under is like 58.
I just want to see a good. I just want to see a good game. That's all. But Dave, we got a lot to talk about, man. As parents, I know we talked about a lot of what's going on in the league, but we got a lot going on, and I cannot wait. I'm not gonna miss it this time, Dave. I'm not gonna miss it this time. We have breaking news, people. Breaking news. Hold up. Let me roll that one more time. Breaking news, people. Alright? Breaking news, okay? We are going to London, dog. London. All right, Dave. We are going to London. It's crazy. It's crazy. And look, listen. The best part about this is it's not one of our home games, so we still get all of our home games. It's the Bucks. So we're going to London, and we are playing. we're playing the Bucks. Super dope. Super dope. Shout out to Larry. I see you in the chat. We already making our plans. Super dope, man. That's super dope that we going to. I think it's gonna happen in October.
Yeah, because Royal Riot is prepping like it's gonna happen in October.
Yeah, they're prepping like it's gonna happen in October. And if you're not a member of the Royal Riot, I suggest you join because I think they're taking $250 deposits, so you can go ahead and secure your spot. I don't know what the balance is. I don't know what the cost is. I don't know anything about that. But if you pay a $250 deposit, you probably good to go.
I think I'm gonna put it in. I still don't know if
it's refundable.
This just might be a holder type of situation.
It's refundable though. It's refundable. The deposit is refundable.
Go ahead and put it in.
Yeah, it's refundable. So
I
suggest
talk to the missus about this, man.
I know, man. Listen,
I don't know if she's gonna let me go to Europe solo.
I know, right? I know I'm not going solo. So I got so much going on, man.
I haven't even had a discussion with her yet. I don't even know if she's interested.
I got so much going on next year or this year. It's too many. I got too many travel plans. But I just hope it's not homecoming weekend. If it's homecoming weekend,
like, if I make the decision to go to London, I don't think I'm gonna care. But then again, I need to be down there because it's 8 100.
Oh man, I don't know if I can miss homecoming. Tough, man. I can't miss homecoming. I missed homecoming last year. I can't miss it twice. I can't miss it 2 years in a row, B. I can't. For the culture, B. I can't do it. But I want to go to this game.
He ain't missing this one, so Larry acting like he going, man. You trying to go, man?
No, we already talked. Text him first thing as soon as the news came out. I text him. I was like, "Yo, we Panthers Bucks in London. It's crazy. That's crazy. Super dope, man. But listen, man, I'm gonna try my best to go. I'm gonna try my best. I know I'm not going without my wife. If she because I can't go anywhere without her. So well, especially on a trip like that. She never been to London, so I can't go without her. So she gotta go off rip. I gotta see what they talking about. How much tickets? It would be dope if I could just fly there and fly back in the same day. Well, same, you know what I mean, same time period, without having to get a room or nothing like that. Just fly out there, watch the game and then fly back. I don't know if this is gonna be possible, but it'd be dope.
Knowing me though, I probably want to go for a week. 'Cause I've never been there.
I've never been there either, man.
I probably want to take a week.
It's gonna be dope.
I don't know. Like I said, I gotta run about a wife. I haven't even talked to her about it yet. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I already told my wife. I told her, yo, game in London. We got so much other stuff going on. We going to Africa next year. Yo, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. To be honest, to London, I don't know.
I don't know if I am either. But if my deposit refundable, I can at least put the money down just so I can hold a spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. But I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it.
That means I'll probably have to fly out of Charlotte, which is fine.
We'll see, man. I already got too much. I'm gonna be going to Africa for like a week and a half.
What part of Africa you trying to go?
Kenya. I'm going to Kenya on a mission trip.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on, bro. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try my best. All right, so Dave, I'm excited though. Bucks, Panthers, division game in London is crazy. That's dumb exciting. This is the first time.
Now the big question is this: Cam ain't missing this game.
You talking? I mean, we can't. Cam got to. He got to spread his drip worldwide.
Dog, Cam's not missing this game.
I believe you.
Dog, he's not missing this game. Dog, he is not missing this game.
I don't know, man. I just hope he's. If he can throw the. He got to throw the ball further than 10 yards. He got to sit his ass down.
Dude, if he can only throw the ball 5, he's not missing this game.
Nah, he got to sit his ass down. He can't throw it further than 10 yards. He got to sit his ass down.
There's no way he's missing this game.
I just want him to get healthy, man. Whatever it is, he got to get healthy.
Dude, could you imagine if Cam is not in this game?
Yes,
London's gonna get.
Yes, I can, Dave. I can imagine Cam not being in this game because he's rehabbing. So, I need Cam to be healthy. F all that, Cam. I don't care. Get him healthy. Bottom line, point blank. Period. That's all that matters. All right. So it is what it is, in my opinion. Gotta protect. You gotta protect. Yeah, protect him from himself too. Cause like Dave said, he ain't gonna want to miss it. But at the same time, you gotta get healthy. So,
Dude, I don't think the NFL wants Cam to miss this game.
well, the
Cam
NFL,
versus Jameis.
the NFL better give him some magic potion for his shoulder. Then
Cam versus Jameis, man.
I don't care. I'm good. Get him healthy, whatever it takes. But speaking of that, Dave, that's a good segue because our owner, he spoke. He has spoken to the people. Okay, I learned more about David Tepper and his direction than I've ever heard from the other big cat. This dude, I've never heard the other big cat speak, so it's super dope to have your owner talk, and he talked a lot. He talked a lot, Dave. Did you happen to listen to the interview?
Yeah, I went through it once.
All right. So he talked about a lot of things. Okay, a lot of things. Let's touch a little bit on a couple of things. He talked about his practice bubble, Dave. I think he was quite perturbed that it rained so much. And you know our practice field is outside. He said we missed a lot of practices because the rain was out. You know the rain, it drowned practice out. So if y'all don't know what a practice bubble looks like, it looks a lot like this. Okay, I know about this bubble because I was there. This is the Washington Redskins practice bubble. I was up there when they built this thing because they have a similar situation to us. Their practice field is out in Ashburn, Virginia, and it was an open field just like ours. And I think they had similar issues with the snow and all that. So they put a practice bubble in place. It looks just like that. So they're probably just going to put this bubble over the field, over the practice field. So the practice field is not moving as of right now. And they're just going to put this bubble over it. And it's supposed to be in place before the next season. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The Redskins, they got a nice little facility out in Ashburn, too. It's not just like they got the trophies out there. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Can the fans still go in the bubble?
I don't know if the fans ever went in the bubble. I mean, I watched the Redskins training camp one time, and we were outside. So I don't know if they can go. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if they let fans in the bubble. But with how our practice field is set up, we don't necessarily care about going in the bubble. We just want to get the autographs. So I just hope they don't move that portion and mess that up, because that's the super dope experience for people. If you don't live in the Charlotte area, you can get autographs right there by the practice field. So it's dope. Yeah, he said he's gonna put that bubble in before the year's up, before next year. So I hope to see it. I'm gonna go down there and take pictures so y'all can see it once see the construction once they start. All right. So what else? He also talked about sticking with why he chose to stick with Rivera and Marty Herney. You got any thoughts on that, Dave? He pretty much said they're pretty much on the same page. And he liked Ron Rivera as a coach. I mean, you got any thoughts on that?
That's what I've been telling you guys, man. You're not going to get rid of a coach when there's no better options out there.
Yeah, he said he was confident in Rivera's decision to go ahead and call defensive plays, and I think that has a lot to do why Rivera continues to call defensive plays is because of that confidence. So I think he pretty much said, "Hey Ron, you calling these plays or else you out of here," and I think that's why Ron is calling these plays. He ain't trying to get up out of here. No,
I mean, Ron's been the coach for a while, man. It's been almost 10 years. I think next year will be his 10th year, right?
No, I think next year is 9. I think 9. This year was 8. This year was his 8th year. I think next year is 9.
Yeah, so he's doing what he can to keep his job, and he was one of the best defensive coordinators in the league. What wouldn't you call the plays?
Yeah, but his seat, though, his seat, Dave, it's hot, bruh. His seat is hot, B. So I think he knows it. He knows it.
But the thing is, and I know a lot of folks want Rivera gone, but the reality of the fact is, dude, like, there aren't too many coaches in the NFL that's better than him. Like I think and you can be reactionary with McVay, because we can see what some of these other franchises are doing.
Yeah, they're going young.
Yo,
yeah.
Man, I read that story about the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And how he got the head coaching job just because he was a friend of McVay.
Yeah, that's crazy. I heard about that.
You don't want to walk that. You don't want to walk that line.
I heard about that too. He got the job because he was. Yeah, that's wild. That's a wild reason to hire a coach. That's super wild. Like, yeah, I don't.
And fire one after 1 year.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I don't get that.
But we are a copycat league. It's a copycat league. So if the Rams end up winning the Super Bowl, you could see some more reactionary moves. But at the same time, like when you sit down and look at what Rivera has done in the league as a coach, I mean,
but
the dudes had a number one defense in a 3-4 and a 4-3.
Dave, I get you, bro. That all sounds nice, but at the same time, fam, like we got to get the Super Bowl, man. Like, listen, I'm tired of being good and like just good. Like we're good. But I think I'm to my point where it's like, all right, man, we gotta get to the Super Bowl and win it. Like I'm tired of we've been there twice, Dave. We've been there twice, and it's time to win one. And we have a player on each side of the ball that's Hall of Fame caliber, and both of them are in their prime right now. Like you have to push towards the Super Bowl. Like that should be the goal. Should not be to be good. Okay, like your goal should not just to be, all right, let's win a division consistently and let's just have a winning record. Like the goal now is to get over the hump. And I think if he not gonna get over the hump, you got to get somebody else out of there. Cause it's like we get in there, we close, and we just got to get over the hump. Somebody got to take us over the hump. That's just my opinion.
I get all that. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm for us winning the championship. I'm for all that. Don't get me wrong. But, I'm looking at the chat and people are like, yeah, Payton's a better coach. I'm not disagreeing there. Sean Payton is a better head coach.
Facts.
But the thing is, if you're going to go into the hierarchy of coaching in the NFL, I mean, okay, he might not be a top 5 coach. He's probably a top 10 coach. I'm pretty sure he is.
I'm pretty sure he's a top 10 coach.
I don't think you can name 10.
I think he's easily in the top 10, but I get that. I'm not arguing that he's not a good coach. My point is
by the way, Rex, the thing you have to remember, dog, people wanted Peyton gone.
Facts.
Gone.
That's facts.
And the Saints stuck with him. They wanted him gone. So there's a level of patience that have to be had. And I know, it's easy to pick on the Bucs. I mean, because the Bucs got their championship. They got their Super Bowl. They did what they had to do to get their Super Bowl. But what have they done since the Super Bowl? But they haven't.
Yeah, and that's all I want. I just want to get one. I just want to get that monkey off the back. Just like the Eagles, man. You got to get the monkey off your back just to say you got a Super Bowl. And I'm tired of being that franchise that's you can talk junk, but then as soon as somebody throws Super Bowls up, you can't say nothing. Like we need to get a Super Bowl. Like, and we have. I think we have the talent. I think we've had the talent. It's just a matter of getting over that hump, and I just don't think we're progressive enough. I don't think Rivera's progressive enough as a coach to take those risks to pull off a fake punt or to pull out. Like you have to pull out the stop sometimes. And he's too conservative as a coach, in my opinion, to get us over the hump because you have to take chances. Like going forward on fourth is one thing. The whole riverboat thing is cool. I get that's cool. It was a bit of a change, and that's part of it. Like you have to grow. Like before the whole riverboat Ron era, like he wasn't doing that. He got that name for a reason. He started to change his ways a little bit. Now you have to be more aggressive. You have to take some chances as a coach. Do what you got to do to win the game. Go out and dominate teams. We're consistently we go out there and look the same every year. We have the same behaviors. It's the same thing every year. We can't put a team away. Cardiac cats, all that stuff. It's been around forever. Like it's time to get over the hump. That's my point, Dave. I know I'm rambling, but that's my point. We got to get over the hump.
No, I get it. I understand why Tepper wants to keep what he has. You got to remember what franchise he came from. He came from a franchise where they didn't really fire coaches. Like they really don't. They don't fire coaches. Like, coaches are like, I think the Steelers only had 4 or 5 head coaches in their history. They've been around much longer than us. We've already hit that same number. Like, it's all in perspective. Like, there's some franchises that understand that there's just a level of patience in it. Eventually, you're gonna hit.
Dude,
it takes some luck to get there too.
I've been patient long enough.
As you saw yesterday.
Yeah, it takes some luck for sure. It takes some luck, but that luck is one thing. Playing the GOAT in the Super Bowl is a whole nother thing. But all right, that being said, we're gonna move on from that conversation. But that's just how I feel. We just got to get over the hump. My theme for next year is getting over the hump. We have to get over the hump, man, because I'm tired of being just okay and just being good enough. Like, we got to get over the hump. All right, moving on. He talked about Cam's shoulder. You got David Newton out here spreading fake news. I don't know how this dude still has a job at ESPN. He's complete trash. I don't understand. He is the worst Panthers beat writer ever in life. He's out here spreading fake news about Cam's shoulder and what Tepper said, misconstrued his whole thing, his whole discussion. But pretty much said, listen, he wants to get Cam healthy, and if we got to look at other options, we're gonna look at other options. And that you know what that shows me, Dave, is he's not gonna throw the season. Like, he's not. If Cam Newton don't play, we're gonna go out and get somebody, and we still gonna have a good season. And that's what I like. It's not just throwing in the towel and saying, all right, season's over, Cam ain't playing. Go out there, get you a guy, clear the space to get you a guy, and let's fill the gap until Cam is back the next season. You got any thoughts on that, Dave?
Nah, I mean, there's only one quarterback that could probably walk in and help us. Y'all don't want to hear that name.
Yeah, but
Cap,
I mean,
man.
Let's
go get Cap.
I agree. Tepper says all options are open. So contingency plans. I think they'll know, and we'll know pretty soon. It appears that they don't really know. I'm sure they really know what's going on. I'm sure they got some good doctors looking at Cam's shoulder, and they know exactly what's going on. So you'll see if we go out and sign a quarterback, y'all already know what it is. Like, it ain't gonna be just because we got a backup, just to have a good backup. Because I really don't think we're gonna go out and spend money on a backup. Just the way things are looking, the way the cap is looking, I don't think we're gonna go out and spend money on a top backup. I think they're gonna roll with Kyle Allen. If we roll with Kyle Allen, Cam is healthy. If we sign another like big name like a Kaepernick or Teddy Bridgewater, that guy's gonna play. I'm telling you, I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. So y'all, as free agency comes around, y'all gonna see some things, and we'll get a lot of good indicators as to where the season's gonna go. But I think we'll know a lot.
There's other situations involving that too. Like we talked about it at the beginning of the show. We're going to London. We can't be walking up in London with Kyle Allen, man. I'm just telling you that right now. So we can't be walking up in London with Kyle Allen. So if we don't think Cam's gonna be ready, we're definitely gonna sign a quarterback with a name in it.
Yeah.
And whether it's Colin Kaepernick or Teddy Bridgewater, maybe we'll bring in Nick Foles. I don't know, but it's just we're gonna sign somebody. It's not gonna be Kyle Allen. And all due respect to Kyle Allen, it's just not gonna be Kyle Allen.
Yeah, I agree there. So that's the shoulder. He also Tepper also talked about the whole 2 states, one team thing. So we do know that training camp is going to be in Spartanburg next year. That's the last year of the contract. It could move from then on. But then he had an interesting comment about FanFest and moving FanFest to like a Spartanburg, or moving it to another city like a Columbia, or moving it to like a Raleigh. So he's talking about doing that. And that's super dope. Moving FanFest to another stadium, in another city, or like in South Carolina or North Carolina, instead of taking it to the bank. It exposes these other cities to the Panthers, who don't get them up close and personal like we do every day. I think it's a super dope idea, super duper dope. But
Can you imagine that? Putting that joint in William Brice would be crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or putting it in like at Clemson, having it at Clemson and Death Valley. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. I think it's a dope idea. So that's a dope idea. And he also talked about the expanding the Ring of Honor. We only have 2 people in it right now. So it's gonna be dope to get the Ring of Honor expanded. We need a Steve Smith. We need some legends, some Thomas Davis, some Musim Muhammad, some guys like that. D'Angelo, all those guys deserve to be in it. It'll be dope to expand that Ring of Honor.
Yeah, that's gonna be great when they do that because they do need to add more players. There's a lot of deserving players that deserve to be in the Ring of Honor. Like you can definitely put Steve Smith there immediately. As soon as Pet retires, you put him there.
Yep.
As soon as Thomas Davis retires, you put him there.
I agree.
Walls.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of guys that can go in that zone. I love to see what the requirements are too. Is it just like we have to reach a specific career number, or is it just like whoever fans want? I don't know. Casey. That's a good point. It's a lot of guys. A lot of guys need to be in that zone.
Not Burson.
Britton Burson. That's funny.
If there was a training camp Wall of Fame,
that's
Burson
funny.
Would be there.
All right. That's funny. But any more thoughts on some of these Tepper conversations, man? I thought it was super dope. I just think it's dope that your owner speaks. It gives you direction, kind of, you kind of see where the team is going, where he wants the team. And to me, it was very insightful. Like he's a fan of football. Like you could tell he knows what's going on. He's not just a dude that's like just cut the check. Like he's really engaged. He knows what's going on. He knows what he wants, and he's gonna get what he wants. Like, I think it's dope. I think it's super dope. Not a lot of people's owners is out here talking like that, and I think he's playing a delicate balance. I mean, he's not Jerry Jones, but he's still in it enough to kind of make the right decisions or get the people that can make the right decision. All right, so we're gonna wrap that conversation up. Anything else on Tepper Day?
Nah, man, I'm happy he's my owner, that's for sure. And I like the direction that the team's going. It's just, we'll see what happens next season depending on, because there's going to be a lot of factors. Like, I'm going to say this, and you guys might think I'm crazy. Rivera's going to get a pass. Rivera's going to get a pass if Cam's not healthy.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he will.
I don't know.
Yeah, he will.
All right, yeah, I don't know. Well, that's another.
Yeah, he will.
That's another discussion because it'll be a lame. He got to get extended because he'll be a lame duck coach next year. That'll be the last year of his deal.
Well, if they go 8-8 without Cam, you think they're gonna fire him?
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna guess that. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. We'll have to see how the season goes. But we'll see. But Dave, we made some moves. We made some moves in the coaching ranks. We named the secondary coach. Your guy, who you didn't want, Perry Farrell. He's in there.
I didn't want him at the DC.
He's in there. He's gonna be the secondary coach. He's a local guy too. He's from North Carolina, which is kind of dope. He was defensive backs coach for the Bears when Rivera was there. When Rivera was DC. So they have some chemistry there. He was defensive coordinator for the Bills from 2006 to 2009, and then he was interim head coach after Dick Duran was fired. So that's dope. I think it's a good hire because they have chemistry, and at the same time it's a different look. If that makes sense, it's not the same internal guys. It's not. We didn't bring Wilkes back. Like it's new ideas. New things are gonna be run, but they at the same time they have chemistry. So I think it's a very good hire. What you got, Dave?
No, I'm cool with it, man. I gave him some grief because
you did.
My biggest fear was him converting to head coach, and I didn't want that happening. But I think this is good. He's a good secondary coach.
Yeah, no, I think Jackson. He just recently came from Jacksonville. He was not retained as the secondary coach there. But he's wherever he's been, the secondary has been pretty good. I looked at his rankings. I should have put him in as a slide, but everywhere he's been, he's had a decent secondary for the most part. It's not 100% accurate, but for the most part, he's been successful, and I hope he can take us to the next level because that's where we've been really bad over the years. So hopefully he can fix that, and it's a good enough it's a hire that invokes change, but at the same time they have chemistry, and I hope that makes sense. Because I don't know how else to say it, but they got chemistry.
It'll be interesting what he'll do with the secondary, though. I'm very intrigued about what he will do with the secondary.
Yep.
Because it's a pretty young secondary.
Yeah, and I'm hoping we can get.
Very intrigued.
I'm hoping we can get a little bit younger by getting by drafting somebody, but we'll see because there's some good corners at the top. At the top, some real good corners. Even in the middle, it's good. It's good too. Shout out to everybody watching my scout videos. But yeah, I like the hire though. Good hire. He wasn't the only person we hired, Dave. We hired Jim Hostler for the wide receivers coach. He was most recently with Green Bay. He spent 3 seasons with the Colts. First as a wide receivers coach in 2015, and then as tight ends coach 2016-17. So that's gonna be good for that. He also served a variety of roles on the offensive side of the ball with the Bills, Ravens, 49ers, and Saints. Him and Norv Turner. This is another one where it's a different voice, but there's chemistry there with Norv Turner because he was there with Norv in 2006 when they were on staff with the 49ers. So it's the same thing, chemistry, but at the same time it's a different voice. So I love it. I think he worked with Torrey Smith as well.
That means he's not getting cut.
That's what I'm a little worried about. I'm a little worried about that because I said the same thing when I saw that. I was like, oh, he's with Torrey. I think he got a Super Bowl with Torrey. He was with Torrey at the Ravens, I believe.
Yeah,
don't quote me on that.
He ain't getting cut, man.
Yeah, I said that. But he said he's really. I said the same thing, dude. I think he said he was really excited about working with Curtis and DJ. Did not mention Devin Funchess at all. So you know where that's about to go.
Devin about to get paid, man.
Hey, let him have at it, bro. I'm really interested to see who pays Devin Funchess, cause
who's got the most cap space?
The Colts probably.
They're gonna pay. No, they don't need him.
Shit, I don't know. They don't need him. I don't know, but I think it's a good hire, man. It's a good hire. I'm okay with that. Again, different voice, but at the same time they got chemistry with Norv. So very good hire in my opinion. All right, moving on. Shout out to KK. KK was named to the Pro Bowl, second Pro Bowler we have, joining Trey Turner. He replaced Aaron Donald, who was playing in the Super Bowl. So he got
pretty good replacement, huh?
Yeah. I was surprised. I'm gonna be honest with you because he didn't have the best season. KK did. He didn't have the best season, but I was surprised.
He was underrated. I don't think people gave him enough credit on how well the season he had. People were beating up on Paul.
Yeah,
but he's had a pretty good year.
Should have been Love. Yeah, you're right. Love had an extremely good year. But yeah, no. Shout out to KK. Just wanted to point that out to folks. And hopefully McCaffrey can get in.
McCaffrey might take Gurley's spot.
No, I think. Well, so this is how it works. I think Kamara is first alternate. If Kamara
didn't make the Pro Bowl.
No, he's the first alternate though.
That's wild.
Yeah, he's the first alternate, and then if he declines, then McCaffrey gets it. So
McCaffrey. Kamara, I don't know if Kamara probably won't go.
He might not. I wouldn't go after that. Yeah, I wouldn't go after what just happened, bro. I'd be like, man, I'm not playing football no more. I'm not going. I'd have been like, yo, y'all miss me with that. I'm about to go vacation somewhere and get my mind away from football. All right. So that being said, let's move on. Shout out to KK though. All right. So everybody, there is a rumor floating around. I know I've seen it. I've seen y'all talking about it in the chat cast. We was gonna get to it. That's why I didn't say nothing. But there's a rumor going around that we could potentially switch to a 3-4 defense, and it's very intriguing. I've been researching and looking at things all day. And it's very intriguing if you kind of follow the breadcrumbs. You can kind of see where things are going. And I was like, okay, I had to think a little bit.
They've done 3-4s. They've done 3-4.
Yeah, but we talking about we talking about full time 3-4.
As your base defense.
Yeah, as a base defense moving to a 3-4. All right. So here's the breadcrumbs that I have. I got three breadcrumbs that you could follow. All right. So Thomas Davis wasn't re-signed. Thomas Davis isn't he's a 3-4 4-3 outside linebacker. He would not fit anywhere in a 3-4 a 3-4 defense. We already have Shaq, who can play middle or inside linebacker right beside Luke in the 3-4. So you don't need TD. All right, you don't need him. Okay. So he's out of here. All right. So the second one is look, the second breadcrumb is look who we're drafting. All right, you got Marquise Haynes, who was drafted last year, who's more of a 3-4 edge rusher. Okay, he's an edge rusher. So it's about putting players in the right position for them to succeed. And the third breadcrumb I got is Dontari Poe signing. Dontari Poe is a nose tackle in a 3-4 defense. He is not. We're putting him in a square peg round hole in a 4-3. So and then you go on and you look at the roster and you're like, all right, man, dang, I could put Poe in nose tackle. I could put
Short on the edge.
I could put Short at DE. I can put Vernon Butler at the other defensive end. Read Dave. Can you see the slide?
Mm-hmm.
Can you read what that defensive lineman says?
Must take up as many blockers as possible to free the linebackers. Pass rush is not as important.
Pass rush is not important. I could put Vernon Butler
as important.
As important. Correct. My bad. So you got 300-pound dudes across the board. You got Poe, you got Short out there, and you could draft somebody, or you can put Vernon Butler out there, or a guy like Wes Horton would also fit that defensive end role.
You could throw Addison at the end.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So you put Addison at outside. I was getting there. You're right. Addison at outside linebacker. You can put Marquise Haynes at the other outside linebacker, or Peppers if you re-sign Peppers, who has experience doing it.
And he's played a 3-4.
He played it in Green Bay. He played it in Chicago. I believe I think he played it in Chicago as well. And then you could put Shaq and Luke as the middle inside linebackers. So the personnel is there to play it. Now this is all rumor. You can see the slide. It's all rumor. Okay, don't take it. Anything I say as gospel. Trust me. I'm not trying to spread fake news. Okay, I'm just saying follow the breadcrumbs. Kind of see what's out there. We have the personnel to do it. And this draft is stock. The draft and free agency is stock full of outside linebacker edge rushers. Okay? Stock full of them. It's so many outside linebackers and edge rushers in the free agency and in the draft. I could see a slowly shift. So I think it's fully plausible. And I actually like it. I got excited about it a little bit. I try not to get too excited, but I got excited about it. But see, we can make these assumptions, but we don't know because Vernon has experience playing defensive end. He played it in a little bit at Louisiana Tech. I went back and looked at the film today. He played it. He played out a 5 technique, which is your defensive lineman or defensive end on the 3-4. He played it. He's done it. So you can say, yeah, he might not have been good in that system, but look at Poe. Look at Poe. He wasn't good in a 4-3. Doesn't mean he's not a good player. He just didn't fit in that system. It happens all the time. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It could happen. And I think we have, we need, Slim, you're right. We need players, but we need less players to fill holes in a 3-4. We need less players in a 3-4. We have the personnel for a 3-4. We don't have the personnel for a 4-3. That's the problem.
I see the Patriots all the time make adjustments based on their personnel.
Right. That's what I'm telling you.
They don't always have like all these premier Pro Bowlers on their defensive side of the ball.
We don't have We're sitting here trying to plug and fill holes for a 4-3, and we have more. Our personnel fits better for a 3-4. So it's better for us to use. We do have personnel for a 3-4. Trust me.
And Matt,
Trust me, we have it. We have it.
Just so you know, Ron was the defensive coordinator for the Chargers. He coached as a 3-4 base defense. They had the number 1 defense in the NFL as a 3-4, with a 3-4 defense. Ron's one of the only coaches that's had a number 1 defense in the NFL on both ends. We
play, and we've done it. As a matter of fact, I brought it up in one of the post games where we were more successful playing that 3-4 when TD was out, and he was out as I think he was as a defensive end. TD was playing defensive end and the 3-4, and we looked good. I don't understand why we can't use this. Why we can't use this. And then I was about to have another breadcrumb with the hiring of Perry Farrell, but he came from a 4-3 system, so that was going to be my 4th breadcrumb, but that didn't turn out too good. So we'll see.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, we're talking about the secondary, and he's going to be the secondary's coach. It's not like he's the DC.
Right. No, I agree. I'm just saying, but he was a DC, and he has experience. Maybe he could have helped out with it. That was my point. But the only argument against it I have against it is Rivera gonna risk that in a potential contract year, essentially? His coaching life is on the line right now. Is he gonna risk completely changing personnel? I'm asking.
Why wouldn't he?
I'm just thinking out loud.
Absolutely, he would.
Okay.
I mean, this is the way you get the extension. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but this is the way you get the extension, so that you can change. But the thing about it is it really changing for him? Because
one solid pass. Slim, one solid pass rusher. We're gonna need more than one solid pass rusher, fam. I don't know if you looked at what we have under contract. But
we
need more than one.
But the
for
thing
sure.
Is, Slim, you're gonna have more pass rushers on the field with him with a 3-4.
Exactly.
You're gonna have more.
I'm just saying.
You're gonna have Poe taking over 3, and you're gonna have freaking Short coming off the edge. Coming off on the end.
All I'm saying.
And you're gonna have a guy coming off the edge.
All I'm saying is that it's plausible. It's completely plausible. And it could happen, and I think we have the personnel to do it. I really do, and I think the breadcrumbs have been in motion. I mean, Marquise Haynes, this dude is super light. I think the plan is coming to fruition. You're getting the right people, and it takes time to get that personnel. So I think the plan has been in motion for a little bit, but we'll see. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm just saying you could kind of see it happening. But that's all I had. That's all I had on. I can see it. I can see it happening, and I'm telling you, the reason why this draft is it's full of them, like your Montez Sweat, your Brian Burns. Who else? It's Josh Allen. It's a bunch of them dudes. It's a bunch of edge rushers. A bunch of them.
I'll tell you what. We're calling it a rumor now. We're gonna know real quick.
That's a great point, Dave.
Once draft time starts.
No, we're gonna know before that. We're gonna know free agency. That's when we're gonna know a lot of things about where we're going. Because if you see us sign some dude that's not a defensive end, he's more of an edge rusher. You'll see. There's a bunch of them. So, and that's I don't know if Burns can drop. Burns is more of a get to the quarterback dude. He didn't really drop in coverage much, but he's 6'5". He'd be dangerous out there. So we'll see, man. I just think it's possible, man. That's all I'm saying. Either way. All I'm saying is that we need less. We need to go out and fix less if we move to a 3-4 because we have the personnel for it. If we stay with a 4-3, we're gonna need a lot to fix it. Like we need more defensive ends. We need an outside linebacker. We need a lot, to make it work and play it well. But we'll see. I know what Rivera is. I know where he comes from. I know his pedigree. I'm just saying it's possible. That's all I'm saying. Follow the breadcrumbs.
Makes you wonder whether or not all the moves they made last season was about making the conversion.
That's what follow the breadcrumbs. That's what I just said with Poe, with signing Poe. He's a nose tackle and look at his. When has he ever played in a 4-3? Poe. Until us.
3-4.
Until us. He's a 4-3, 3-4 guy. He's a nose tackle in a 3-4. Point blank. Period. So no, Atlanta plays a 4-3. I mean a 3-4.
Yeah, Atlanta plays 3-4.
Nah, Atlanta plays a 3-4.
I think Atlanta plays a 3-4.
But all right, that's all I had. That's all I got. That's all I got for that. That's all I got. All right, just follow the breadcrumbs. It's just follow the breadcrumbs, okay? All right, that's all I had. So I could open up the phone line. We didn't get a chance to talk about our roster building. We got to finish that. We got to finish the roster building. This week we were gonna take a look at the free agents that we need to sign on our own team. We ain't got time for that. If y'all want to talk about it, or if y'all want to talk about anything, I'll open up the phone lines for a little bit. And give me a second. Oops. Open up the phone lines for a little bit. We could chat a little bit. We got a little time, and we'll move on if we ain't got nothing. But so y'all welcome to dial in and have a chat of anything we talked about today. Okay, shout out to them. I was wrong. Atlanta does play a 4-3, and I'm trying to see why he was successful in that system and not ours. That's what I'm looking for.
That's a whole nother discussion for another day.
Let me see here. I've definitely seen Atlanta play some 3-4. Yeah, he was. I think he led them in sacks last year.
Noli,
what's popping, bro?
What's up, Noli?
not much. How y'all doing?
Good.
Doing all right,
what's
man.
Up, man?
All right. So we talking about, you said the roster builder from last week?
Well, I mean, you can talk about. Go ahead. Anything you want, man. Anything you want to talk about. We didn't get a chance to get to it like I wanted to, but whatever you got.
I think we took care of that in the chat. If we do switch to a 3-4, I do think that pretty much guarantees Shaq stays because they'll probably keep him and Luke in the middle. So I think that would be, I guess we'll see how that works. And the main thing, though, is we're going to need better players overall. But as far as the draft goes, I don't know how – I've been following up with the draft videos you've done, but correct me if I'm wrong, but there are a lot more tweeners as far as 3-4 defensive ends than true 4-3 defensive ends.
That's 1,000. That's 1,000% correct. There are not many real 4-3 defensive ends in this game or in this draft. There's a bunch of 3-4 edge rushers that fit that mold better than a 4-3.
So what that's telling me is that that will keep our options open in every round of the draft, because as far as round one, the 4-3 defensive ends that are going to go tops are probably Farrell out of Clemson, and I can't think of another person.
I would say Farrell. I would say Zach Allen is probably a 4-3 defensive. He can do both, but he can really play 4-3 defensive end. So I would say Zach Allen and Farrell are the two guys.
I think Farrell will go top 10, but I don't think Zach Allen will go to the bottom of the first.
I agree there. I agree there.
But think about the amount of tweeners that might go in round one and how that will keep our options open. So I think the 3-4 would be fine, and depending on what coverage you play or what the play call is, it's going to be a 4-3 look, depending on how you stack up on the D-line anyway. So, I forgot Bosa. Bosa and Farrell will probably be the ones that go early, but I wouldn't mind the 3-4 look. I agree with Dave. It's probably something that could save Ron jobs. He'll probably show Tepper that, hey, I'm willing to change things up.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it's going to help Poe. Maybe I'm wrong, but the main thing I saw this year is he just got washed in the run game constantly. I mean, the dude was just getting moved. Same thing with Vernon Butler, just getting moved constantly. So maybe I don't know if I'm not gonna pretend like I know football like that, but I mean, maybe if they line up over the center, they are able to penetrate more. But we'll see. Main thing is just got to improve the personnel overall like crazy. I do think Haynes, I'm tired of trying to get Haynes to be how this year they try to play him. They want to make sure he was learning outside defensive end where that's just not realistic for a guy his weight. So a 3-4 would work. Addison could do it. He has the speed. Haynes could do it. We would still need to improve like crazy, but I'm for it. And like I said, free agency will tell us, because if they go out there and they sign someone like Shaquille Barrett, then that's going to tell us everything we need to know. So
yeah,
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. It'll keep all of our options open, and there are plenty of good 3-4 outside linebackers. So, I'm with it. Just whatever we can do to improve the roster.
Yep, I agree. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, I just want to confirm. I want to tell everybody that we're not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it with the personnel that we have, with the personnel that we've been getting. I think we could do it.
And even though he was a position coach, I mean, Chuck Pagano, we interviewed him. He may have had a little bigger role than DB's coach, and he's always ran a 3-4. So that's another comment I picked up. And last thing I'll say, I saw someone said about, because we were going to London, and I don't know if y'all saw the FA. He put a little post about how, I can't wait to play in London last year. I'm like, dog, you got to make sure you make the roster first.
Yeah. You know what, though? I said this to myself when I saw that. I think you can go ahead and lock him in. He's going to be on the roster for sure. Yeah. And I think he's going to get better. I mean, he showed flashes last year, and I think he'll be better. And I think he actually can fit as an edge rusher as well in a 4-3 and a 3-4. I'm sorry. He's like 6'6". He can play edge. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm excited. But yeah, good show as always. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, man.
See you, Noli.
919. What's good?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Maurice Carter out of Angie, North Carolina.
What's up, man?
What's up, Maurice?
How's it going, Dave? How's it going, Rashad? Listen, got a couple things. D-line, I was looking at Jerry Tillery.
Mm-hmm. Out of Notre Dame?
But I was thinking as a one technique, we'd have to go bugs. And I got a question for you. That's, what if, what's his name, quarterback,
Bradbury?
Out of Ohio State,
I don't know.
Haskins.
The quarterback Haskins. Okay, gotcha. Go ahead. I'm tracking. Go ahead.
Yeah. What if he's there at 16? Do we still stick with edge rusher like maybe Zach Allen, or
that's interesting.
do we go after him? Because you don't know what's going to happen with Cam.
Man, that's very interesting. Very interesting. If we do that, I can't see us doing that. But if we do, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is if we do that. That's very interesting idea. I don't know, man.
Jimmy G, he was sitting there when Tom was supposed to go out and Tom didn't, and so that's what pissed off Belichick, because ownership made him get rid of him. But it's not saying that this thing is going to happen in a year, but he would need to come in and learn from Cam. Because just think if we had gotten somebody like Lamar Jackson and had him training under Cam this year, and then Cam goes down, that could have happened because he was there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting. I haven't thought about it. I don't know, man. I have no clue. I'm personally not with drafting a quarterback in the first round, especially when I'd much rather sign somebody, especially for temporarily. If you're talking later in like the third, fourth round, taking a look at somebody, then I'm cool. Like but in the first round when Cam is pretty much in his prime, he's probably gonna be good. I mean, you sign a quarterback, you'll have him for 5 years. Cam's still gonna be in his prime then. So I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I would take one late.
What if Finley is there at say third round out of NC State? I know you know Finley. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm good. I'm good on quarter. I'm straight, man. I don't know about that.
What's the young man's name out of A&T? I know y'all Aggie pride over there.
Yeah. Renard, you talking about Lamar Renard? Yeah, he nice. Now, see, you could get him undrafted. You get him as an undrafted guy.
Did he even declare?
No, he's a senior. He's a senior. Lamar Renard would be a good pick late, like free agent, undrafted free agent, playing on the practice squad for about 3-4 years. Then he'll be probably ready by then. But he's not somebody that's going to immediately make an impact. He got some work to do.
He's got to learn a lot.
At least I know y'all got more calls, but what if at replacing Funches, if we let him go, what if we went with Riley Ridley or say Hakeem Butler or Jalen Smith?
Okay, now we talking.
We're talking about. Do you guys think we're gonna legitimately draft wide receiver in this draft?
Yes, I do.
I
do. But listen, I don't think it's gonna happen. Riley Ridley's going in the second round. I'm not looking to take a wide receiver in the first or second round. I'm looking to get a guy in the third.
I think Butler will be there maybe
yes.
third.
I think Butler will be there in the third, but with a good combine, he's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot up.
They got the height that Funches has, but I think they're more athletic.
He's gonna shoot up. He's gonna shoot up the boards if he has a good combine.
Oh, the combine.
Because he could potentially go up to the first, second round. But if he's there in the third with one of our third round picks, I would take him for sure. I would take Butler in the third for sure. No question.
I'm gonna get off the phone, but let me get one more in there.
Yeah, go ahead.
What about free safety? What about Adderley out of Delaware or Rapp?
I haven't looked at either one of those guys. To be honest with you.
Man.
Yeah, I haven't looked at those yet.
Bro.
I haven't looked at any safeties yet. But I think for right now I'm good. I'm good with Gaulden and I'm good with if we get Eric Reed back. I'm good with those two for now.
Yeah, I want Reed back, but I think we need a true free safety that'll free up Reed. Or maybe we need a strong and let Reed play the free. I don't know. He's more like a linebacker though, so we need a true free safety.
Yeah. I'm not too sure about safety. I haven't gotten around to the safeties yet. I know what safety I don't want.
Well, let me give you some names, man. Marvell Tell, the third.
Okay.
Nasir Adderley and Taylor Rapp. Check them out.
Okay, I know. I don't want Deontay Thompson. I know I don't want him for a fact. I know that. I do know that much. But yeah, no, I'm gonna get to the safeties. I'm gonna get to the safeties.
Patrick might be undrafted, man. I know you're Florida State. I know you're a Florida State fan. We need to get him.
We'll see.
6'3", he can move.
We'll see. We'll add one of my chat cats. Add those dudes to the spreadsheet, please. But all right, man. Yeah, we appreciate the call, man. Good call, man. I like. You know what you're talking about.
Keep pounding.
All right, man. Keep pounding, bro.
Keep pounding. All right.
Go ahead, Dave.
We're done with the calls?
Yeah,
we are.
I stopped it. Yeah, I stopped it. Dave trying to get out of here, so. Oh, go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, yo.
I'm not trying to get out of here, man. I was just wondering if we were done with all the calls. So
yeah. I wrapped it up.
All right. I think we're good. I don't think we drafted a wide receiver, man.
Oh, yeah. We need to. We're going to need to. If we're
going to cut all the people that we say we're going to cut, then sure.
So if you look at wide receiver, all right, do I got to pull it up? I wasn't trying to do this.
No, we don't have to.
All right, yeah, I'll wait. But listen, if Torrey Smith is out of here, you're looking at Curtis, you're looking at Wright, and you're looking at DJ. That's pretty much your three wide receivers. You're gonna need somebody else, and I think we draft one because I think we need to keep that that pipeline going, and there's tons of bunches like dudes. There's a bunch of 6'3" or 6'3" through 6'6" dudes that are outside receivers, and I think you get one because they're pretty deep. We're not talking about signing one in the first round for sure, but you get one in the third, fourth, fifth round, I'm in there all day. And I think we do need to draft a running back too. Late, my boy Ziggy out of Nebraska. Give me Ziggy any day. He looked good in the daggone Shrine Bowl. He looked good in there. I'm cool with Ziggy out of Nebraska. My guy, he's on my guy list so far. My guy list, he's on it. Ziggy, give me Ziggy.
I probably should start looking at these players now, shouldn't I?
Yeah, man. All you gotta do is go look at that spreadsheet. We got a spreadsheet going. Shout out to Noli and Jared,
I'm gonna start hopping in some of these videos, figure out what we're gonna do. I just right now not really been paying attention from it. I don't, as of right now, until I see what other moves are going to be happening. I don't envision us taking a wide receiver.
It's happening, Dave.
Not yet. Not early.
No, not in the first 2 rounds. I think the first 2 rounds need to address the defense. Just making a blanket overall statement. The first 2 rounds, you got to address the defense. I think you can go cornerback. You can go, depending on if we're going defensive, if we still run the 4-3, you can go edge. We need to go edge for sure. Defensive end for sure if we in the 4-3 in the first 2 rounds. You can go interior. There's a lot of defensive tackles there. You got to think Vernon Butler's going to be out of here next year. Is his contract year this year? No. After this year or after the next season, he's out of here. So you got to adjust defensive tackle potentially. So I don't know, man. Yeah, linebacker could be a need, and I'm drafting a cornerback too. It's some good cornerbacks at the top. So I'm telling y'all, man, if I'm there at 16 and Murphy's there, or Greedy's there at 16, I'm taking him, bro. I'm taking him for sure. Give me Murphy or Greedy if they there at 16 any day. Now we're gonna be talking about a stud secondary, because you can slide Dante over to nickel, and now we talking. And that's a good Jay, my guy Jay. We got to address our offensive line too, potentially. But still, it's a lot to talk about. I'm gonna put together some rankings once I get through. I got it probably after the combine. I'll put together my rankings. And I'll highlight my guys, because Ziggy, my boy Ziggy out of Nebraska, is on that list. He is my Kalen Ballage from last year. Y'all know how I rocked with Kalen Ballage last year. Ziggy out of Nebraska is that guy so far. I know David Montgomery. I do know about David Montgomery out of Iowa State. He nice too. But I'm rolling with Ziggy. I like Ziggy. You can probably get Ziggy in the 5th, 6th round. The first mock, that's a great when you trying to do a first mock. I'm ready. Anytime. We can do one next week. As far as I'm concerned, I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm pretty much good for the most part.
Like a super early mock, super mock.
Okay, we'll do that after the Super Bowl. I'll be really prepared. I gotta get through some more videos, but after the Super Bowl, we can do our first mock. Lock it in.
I mean, now I gotta do something.
Yeah, you gotta start looking up. Do some quick research. All you gotta do is look at the mocks.
Yeah,
look at the mocks.
I'm gonna do some research.
You'll get some good indications there.
The season's still rolling, man. I'm still watching.
That's fair. Lock it in after the Super Bowl. We doing our first mock. What's the first show after the Super Bowl? Let me see.
February. Oh, yeah.
Third is the
3rd or 4th. I think it's the 4th. I gotta check.
Yeah, so the 4th. The 4th is when we'll do our first mock draft. It'll be fun. Yeah. But all right, man. That's all we got this week. Fun show. We didn't
I'm about to give y'all a show that y'all need to watch, man, on Netflix.
Oh, Killer Mike Jones.
Trigger Morning.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. It was dope.
Yo, there's only 3. It's only 3 hours. There's only 6 episodes. So.
Oh yeah, I watched the first episode. Was dope.
On Friday.
I'm on this Punisher series, season 2 of the Punisher.
That's too long, man.
It's dope.
My attention span is trash now.
Nah, man.
I can only do 30-minute chunks. I still gotta watch the Fire Festival doc. Cause there's one on Netflix and there's one on Hulu.
I heard about
watch them both.
I heard about that, John. Yo, I'm on the Punisher, dog. But that being said, man, we about to get up out of here. Next week, if no other news, we had to put a pause on our checklist. Next week, we're gonna take a look at our undrafted free agents, see who we're gonna sign, and then kind of adjust if we're gonna sign somebody. Kind of add that to the salary cap and see how much space we got. Our number did change a little bit when I went back to over the cap. Our cap number went down, so we're down to like 19 million in cap space. We're actually, depending on what service you look at, we have the most cap space in the NFC South to use. The Bucks are they're in a tough position. I think they got the low, either them or they have the lowest cap space. I believe Atlanta has the second most, and then the Saints are third in cap space. But we have a lot of guys to re-sign of our own, in my opinion. I think we got some guys we need to re-sign for sure. But we'll take a look at that next week, though. We'll take a look at that next week and kind of follow back up with that. But we're gonna continue building this roster next week. All right, Dave, you got anything else?
I'm good, man.
All right,
I'm good to go. It's time to go to bed.
it is.
Thank you for listening to the Panther Nation podcast hosted by Rashad and David. Please subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and our YouTube channel at Panther Nation Podcast. You can also like our Facebook page at Panther Nation Podcast. While you're at it, follow us on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. And always remember, keep pounding.